this sensational club who deserves a manager full of energy, full of knowledge. What he has, this team plays really good football. That's what I know about him. I don't know him personally, but I know that his team is playing really good and exciting football. I liked it a lot.
It's very rare in the game of football that you find a manager as charismatic and dedicated to the game as Jurgen Klopp has been to Liverpool Football Club. It's also very rare that you have a manager who embodies the culture and the history of a club quite like Jurgen Klopp does with Liverpool Football Club and really understands what the fans are looking for out of a manager. The time has come for Jurgen Klopp to say goodbye to Liverpool Football Club, and although on current form it's not under the best set of circumstances, it is time to look forward at the next man who will be leading the Reds into battle in the Premier League, and that man, according to Fabrizio Romano, is Arne Slot. The biggest question on many Liverpool fans' minds is the fact that, how do you transition from a great manager like Jurgen Klopp with a very distinct style of play after 8 years at the club and seamlessly transition to a new manager and continue to battle for titles and win trophies? Well, I'm here today to provide you guys with a little bit of insight into what we can expect from Arne Slot going into next season. Many of us try to draw comparisons between the team we have now and what kind of team Slot is going to be looking to put on the pitch with his tactical approach to the game. As a midfielder by trade, Arne Slot really developed a good philosophy and understanding of the game at a young age and carried that into his managerial career. In 13-14, he was an assistant at PEC Zwolle in the eredivisie, and in 2016-2017, he was the first team assistant with Camber and then eventually became the interim manager at the club. He took a similar path with AZ Alkmaar, becoming the assistant starting in 2017, but ultimately leading them to a second place finish once he took over in 2019-2020 as the head coach of the club, which was their highest finish since 08-09 with 56 points, and this was before the COVID shutdown. At this point, Slot was really on the map as a new manager to look out for, similar to what Xabi Alonso was doing now at Leverkusen, bringing a team that hasn't had a lot of success in a decade or more and really making them a force in their respective league. Now, there was a little bit of drama surrounding his move to Feyenoord. He actually got fired from Alkmaar after the club found out he was negotiating with Feyenoord over a potential contract, which is a big no-no. But eventually, 10 days after he got fired, he was hired as Feyenoord manager, where he's been since 2021. A lot of times as fans, we overlook the ins and outs, the day-to-day of what it takes to be a manager, and also what it takes to be a successful manager in that sense. In other words, we look at results on the pitch, right? We look at, did you win, did you draw, did you lose, what kind of players are you bringing in, right? The bare surface. But a lot of times people overlook the stuff that's day-to-day. How do they interact with the team? What is their tactical approach to training? How do they look at youth development? And I think Slot is a perfect fit for Liverpool because a lot of these traits are what Klopp possesses, and honestly, the vision going forward for Liverpool Football Club as a whole outside of Klopp. The biggest thing is his emphasis on youth development. His sides can always be seen with a lot of youth players in the team, and really, over the past 2 years, Jurgen Klopp, with the new training ground and also just looking at the starting 11 sometimes, he really places an emphasis on youth development, and I think Liverpool want to go forward with that same mindset in the years to come. Tactically, when you look at what kind of playing style he has, he sets up in a 4-2-3-1 with a real emphasis on those two pivot guys. So what he does is he utilizes wingers and wide backs to press, and he wins the ball back. However, in defense, the wide players will drop back and defend, creating kind of a low block, a 4-4-2, at times becoming a 5-3-2. You can see here defensively, when defending against Ajax, Feyenoord drop back into that 4-4-2, right? But those wide guys will press the player in possession and move up the pitch, and as a result, you can see that pivot player coming in to support. Now, in addition to pressing, when in possession of the ball, Feyenoord like to build up from the back, and I believe this is where This is also going to come with Slot when he makes his transition to Liverpool next season. You'll see a lot of build-up from the back, and those two pivot guys will offer support as a way to vertically advance the ball up the pitch. He approaches his game with kind of a Pep style too, so you're going to see a lot of one-touch passing, a lot of tiki-taka football, if you will. And even though this differs from how Liverpool play right now, it's been very successful in the eredivisie. If you look at the statistics from Feyenoord right now, they're averaging 2.42 points per game, which is second in the eredivisie, and also averaging 2.58 goals per game, and conceding just 0.77 per game, a goal difference of 56. We can also look at the eredivisie statistics, how they stack up in the percentiles against the entire league, and when you look at attack and defense mainly, they stand well above the rest. What's interesting is their patient attack is in the lower percentile at 42, but defensively, chance prevention in the 95th percentile, intensity, and a high line in the 94th percentile. So they do play that high line, it looks like, but on paper and tactically, they really aren't afraid to sit deep and absorb that pressure. So to me, that gives me a little bit of comfort in the sense that maybe we won't be vulnerable to those counterattacks next season. As with any manager, there will be a change in style of play. You're going to have different personnel coming in and a different approach, and there's going to have to be a period where the players adapt. However, it's not as big of a change as, say, taking a Xabi Alonso, who is a gung-ho 3 at the back type of guy, or an Amorim, who likes playing 3 at the back as well. Playing a 4-2-3-1, which players do have experience with in a Klopp side, is going to be really beneficial in helping with that transition. More importantly is that this guy is really dedicated to his craft. I wouldn't necessarily call him a control freak, but there are reports suggesting that he likes to really direct and manage every little aspect of everything, basically. Which in a sense is kind of what Klopp has done since he's taken over. He's asked for that power to make decisions and take the club in the direction that he sees as beneficial for it. Logically, the next step is to bring in someone with a similar mentality and a similar approach to the game, which Arne Slot seems to possess. Although not a high-profile name, Liverpool did say they were going to be brave in how they approached their next manager. Following Jurgen Klopp is not an easy thing to do. You can be the best manager in the world, but coming after a manager who's done so much for the club and the city and is so charismatic and loved by everyone, not just Liverpool fans, the bar is set very high. But I think ultimately, if we get behind him and we support him and we really buy in to what he's trying to do with the team, we're going to have success. And if the players can do the same exact thing, we're all winners at the end of the day. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of content. A lot of research and work goes into videos like this, so make sure if you did enjoy, you hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know those thoughts down in the comments below, Reds. Looking forward to see Arne Slot at Liverpool next season. Until then, Reds, take care.